Summer is almost officially here, but that strong sunshine has been building up for the past couple of months. In this week's Heather's Weather Wise, I'm reviewing the UV index and how you can use it to stay sun safe this summer. Back in the mid-1990s, scientists in Canada, of all places, developed the UV index as a way to measure the intensity of ultraviolet radiation at any one particular point on Earth. It's now used internationally by several organizations. The index itself is simple to use. It ranges from 0 to 12, with 0 representing low levels of UV radiation and 12 representing extreme levels of UV radiation. It's a linear scale too. That means if I were to go outside with a UV index of 4 and get sunburnt within 30 minutes, I could expect to get burned within 15 minutes if the UV index is 8. The index for a particular spot is dependent on a few factors, things like time of day, sun angle, and cloud cover. But notice I didn't mention temperature or season. That's because you don't need a warm day or even a sunny day for UV radiation to do damage to your skin. In fact, the UV index can be just as high in the winter as it is in the summer. Just ask any skier or snowboarder with a goggle tan. Fresh snow can reflect 3 times as much radiation as bare ground. That radiation gets bounced back to us, and thin clouds can still let in up to 80% of the sun's rays. When it comes to the time of day, the UV index is highest at what's called solar noon. That's the time of day when the sun reaches its peak above the horizon. Around here, that's anywhere between noon and 1:30 p.m. Of course, no matter the cloud cover, the season, or even your own tendency to get a sunburn, you should always be thinking sun safety if you're going to be outside for a long period of time. Things like sunscreen, hats, and longer clothing are all good options. But remember that not all products are created equal. When you're looking at sunscreen, you should be using an SPF of at least 35. Those are all things to keep in mind as we get ready to have fun in the sun this summer. That's going to do it for this week's edition of Heather's Weather Wise. I'll see you next week with a new topic, but until then, remember, it's good to be a geek.